Bro, look at him.
Oh crap, this is
Such a scary shot. Hello, movie lovers and movie fans all across the world. Welcome back to the channel with me, actor, writer, and director, Kenny K. And welcome back this channel's very producer and my best friend, Mr. Justin Caputo.
hello again.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for doing another reaction.
Thanks for being here. You came to me.
And thanks for all you do for the channel. Thanks for all you do for me as a friend.
Absolutely.
So we will be watching the movie Godzilla -1, released in 2023. I originally saw this movie in theaters with our good friend Max. You all remember Max. We did a reaction with him watching Wolf. If you haven't seen it, you can find that on the playlist right now. But you have not seen this movie.
No, I have not.
Do you know anything about this film?
No, not much, honestly. I know a lot of people liked it a lot, and it was always one of those movies that kind of was on the list for me, but just never got around to watching it.
Well, either way, unlike the current American run of Godzilla released by Legendary and Warner Brothers, this movie is an international Japanese-made film which follows its own continuity, so it has nothing to do with the current one. And it actually won an Oscar last year for Best Visual Effects. Do you know, by any chance, do you know anything about the original 1954 film?
No, I can't say I do.
So the first Godzilla movie, considered a horror movie, was released in 1954, taking place during that current modern-day time period after World War II. This film takes place a little bit during and definitely a post-World War II world in Japan. And it's not a remake of the original 1954 film, but it's got the same message about the devastation and destruction that Japan had suffered. Very deep message about anti-war, just like the original film. Yeah. And in this film, it actually surprisingly gets quite emotional. So it's very drama-based, but I think you're going to like it.
I believe that. We have very similar tastes in movies, so
Yes.
I don't doubt it.
Yes. And this is also Justin's second reaction with us. The first one was Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And that was a very good reaction video. It got a lot of hits. If you haven't seen that, you can find it in the playlist or the description below. And speaking of which, please hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. If you want to see this reaction in its full entirety, please visit the Patreon. Link in the description below once again. And yeah, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Right.
All right. So, folks, Godzilla -1, directed by Takashi Yamazaki, and I'm very excited to show this to Justin. Looks like a rough runway.
Yeah, I love it already. It's already like, I love timepieces. They're you can see that they put a lot of work into making it look like the time period that they're going for.
The thing with timepieces too, they're a lot more expensive to make.
Oh, of course.
A lot of the budget is about getting the authenticity of the films between the sets and the props and the wardrobe.
Yeah, I find stuff that doesn't exist anymore.
この島の穴だらけの滑走路によく粗悪品を下ろせましたね。何が言いたいんです？
What are you implying? What you trying to say, man? Ew.
What is that?
Dead fish floating up to the surface. Now the stakes are going to get raised.
Damn.
R.I.P. that guy.
They did not waste any time.
That's what I would do too.
Yeah,
I probably would have ran away before he even said anything.
I know.
ここには整備兵しかない。それで奴が車線に入りま
I'm pretty sure they know how to work a gun. He's just sending him. It's your plane. You go. To think he landed to get away from danger.
Yeah, the irony.
Bruh.
やってるないさ。
See, he's not cut out to fight. See, I'd probably puke because I'm so upset and scared.
I can't even imagine.
Right? I have to change my pants too, I'll tell you that. Now you're just going to piss him off.
So much for not knowing how to shoot.
Probably didn't even know they were there until he started firing. Ooh. So the fact that he's smaller in size is kind of like the way he kills these dudes is like more personal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he could just bite each one of them individually.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, now there's something wrong with this plane.
We don't even know for sure if that gun would have worked.
Yeah, true. He doesn't even seem to be like eating them though. Like he's picking them up and throwing them around.
Like kicking their asses.
Yeah. Reminds me of a T-Rex a little bit, like how they do that in Jurassic Park. How'd you fall asleep? That's what I'm putting up.
Passed out in fear. You saw how scared he was.
Yeah.
He was shaking, couldn't pull the trigger. Well, he's been asleep for a while.
Lined up.
He's going to be mad at him. Already seeing a boat full of those dudes like, that survived this war is so messed up. So it's December 1945. Probably just ended. Just one guy.
Only you with that.
Why don't you go fight in the war, lady? So his parents wanted him to come back alive as a kamikaze pilot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that works, but wow.
Wishful thinking.
Pass. Can't do it, can you?
Not an easy thing leaving the baby to himself.
Especially when your city has been devastated. Yes, you care. Mm-hmm. You barely even have a house as it is.
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference? They picked him up. Yeah, nobody asked you. Thought you didn't care.
I care.
Redeeming character.
3 months later.
Hey, nice. Probably get killed. Now don't sugarcoat it.
His face, that was it's priceless.
See? Much more appreciative now. What was he expecting? The Black Pearl?
Or maybe he was just not a very good shot.
That's why he was hired.
Yeah.
But he's right though, like firing a gun from a very unstable, platform, trying to hit your target like that.
Yeah, and plus the thing is floating too, so they're both moving. Uh-oh.
It's crazy how he didn't see any action in the war, but still has PTSD.
Yeah.
Call that a nightmare, actually, but all right. That's not cool. Funny how you can get used to doing such a dangerous job to the point where, like, you actually find yourself having a good time, getting close to your coworkers.
I like how he just has a family now.
Yeah. I mean, he really shouldn't take that for granted, considering everybody lost people.
You want to come home to a family after war. It's just a little unconventional.
Yeah. And it's nice to see, like, everybody rebuilding again.
Yeah.
やめてくださいよ。私奥さんじゃないんです。
I feel like she outed him like that, like trying to say something, like, yeah, you know. Aw,
言ったろ俺はお前の父ちゃんじゃないぞ
bruh. You're that girl's daddy.
黙れ
そう言えばいいんだよ
If you don't want it, then why are you doing it?
どうしたんですかその身なり
Hey.
私銀座でジムの仕事始めたの。
金なら十分渡してあるでしょ
She wants to be an independent woman.
いい加減自立したいなと思ってたんですよ。
Looks like one of those women in the 50s working in an office, like with a typewriter at a desk.
Yeah.
USS Redfish reporting pursuit of massive undersea organism through Pacific waters.
Oh boy.
軍事的関与は行えないと通達。
Of course.
Oh shit.
Kind of funny, like right after World War II, it's just like the USA and the Russians are just about to go at it.
超型のサメか
That was a shark. That was going to be a megalodon.
ソ連の新兵器ですかね兵器による損傷に見えるか
Weapons usually don't leave claw marks.
It's funny you said the Black Pearl because it makes me think of the Kraken.
See? Yeah.
ゴジラあれ見てください戦争中にいた大島で
That's not a good sign.
それで俺たちに声がかかったってわけか
That's when you thought the job couldn't get more dangerous.
And to think they were having fun.
Hmm.
ありがとうございます
I'm quitting today.
相手がゴジラかもしれないと思う
I'll just say I lost the mine so I can collect unemployment.
予備含めて2組しかありません
I'd be so scared just riding with those on the boat. Afraid to make any movement.
It's crazy to think mines were that big back in the day.
You already saw these dead fish. It's time to go.
高尾が間に合わねえだろうそしたら怪物はどこへ向かう
Sounds like I'm dead either way.
誰かが貧乏口引かなきゃなんねえんだよ
Mm-hmm. Yeesh.
こりゃいくらなんでも
Yeah, yeah. What? What was all that game you were talking? What were you saying?
You didn't know what you were getting into.
Nah, bro.
Your full throttle is nothing.
That moment, I give my heart to God because my ass belongs to Godzilla.
Freaking nuts. You just pissed them off.
The movie gave you 2 mines for a reason.
Come on, you can do it this time.
Uh-oh.
引き島
Come on, man.
It's like a now or never thing. Uh-oh. Raise the stakes. Make
Shoot
it
it.
worse. Open wide, buddy.
Oh. Oh.
That was too close for comfort.
Way too close for comfort.
仕留めたか
Well, there's good news and bad news.
Ooh. Oh.
Yep. And that's the bad news. And here's the worst news. You see? I'd be like, all right, man, just kill me. That's it.
I mean, hey. They did what they were supposed to do.
I love his look, though. I love his look.
Love the what?
Just the look of him, the way they made him.
Yeah.
まっす
Oof.
Ooh.
Point blank.
This is freaking crazy, man. Oh, no.
Yeah, we all know what that is.
Yeah.
なんだ
Godzilla said, screw this, I'm not playing anymore. Ooh, that's scary. CGI is great, man.
Oh, you're passing out again?
Or he might actually have a concussion.
Yeah.
At least He pulled the trigger this time.
早く避難指示を出さないと大変なことになります。
政府はこの情報を国民に伏せています。
Of course the government's not telling the public.
混乱を恐れてのことでしょう。
It's going to be mayhem and confusion when it arrives.
何がコウさんをそんなに苦しめてるの？
Would you believe me if I told you?
少しは私にも分けてほしいんです。
I know it's a bandage, but it makes him look like he's about to do karate.
怪物に殺されました。皆家族に会えたはずの人たちです。
Survivor's guilt is a real thing.
そいつが
Taking on this burden.
また現れたんですよ。また何もできなかった。
You pulled the trigger this time. What are you talking about? You did more than you did last time.
きちんと生きていくべきです。
のりこさんに何がわかるって言うんですか。
わかります。
He needs therapy really bad.
Say the least.
Good doctor to talk to. But it's the 50s. Or late 40s, I should say.
屍が見てる夢なんじゃないですかね。そうだ、絶対。
Jeez, man.
コウさんは生きてる。
He finally opened up about it.
And she's there for him too.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to comfort him as best she can.
He doesn't feel like he's earned it, though.
もう終わりにしてもいいですか。
Yes.
もう一度生きてみたいんです。
Now you're talking.
It's progress.
That's
That's a cool
someone
sign.
else is progressing.
例の
Yes.
At the same time, you have no idea what it is.
ありがとう。
Bro, you're a dad. Accept it.
Your instinct is to protect.
Yeah.
直ちに避難を開始してください。これは現実です。
And in the meantime, the government's like, what? We had no idea this was coming. This whole city could have been evacuated 2 days ago.
All in the name of, we don't want to cause panic. What do you call that?
That's pretty good for an emergency brake.
Well, she didn't believe him before. She definitely believes him now.
I love the original Godzilla theme. I love this.
ゴジラ。
Oh, that boy got big.
This scene specifically pays homage to something he does in the original. He attacks a train in the same way. And this is his original size too. You notice how in the legendary movies he's bigger?
Yeah.
But just because he's this size doesn't mean he can't be terrorizing and scary. Oof.
This reminds me of, what was it, No Time to Die? With James Bond when he was on the train?
Oh yeah. Imagine if we got that James Bond versus Godzilla.
Yeah, it's good. The water, better than where you are. Oh shit.
But you gotta worry about that though.
Yeah.
Bro, he's right across the street. I do not care about my job that much. I would not be on top of that building.
Especially because it's not like this is live or anything. It's
Now you see? See? All that work was for nothing now anyway.
What did you think was going to happen, though?
Maybe she froze up too.
Aw.
She is so lucky he found her.
Yeah.
In the midst of all that. I hear people getting squished. He's vicious with those tail attacks. It's like he's purposely trying to hurt people. No, keep running. Everybody keep running, please.
Oh, no. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, how the dorsal fins just pop out now.
Yeah.
It's a nice touch.
Jesus.
No. Oh, man. So this atomic breath is more than just a blue flamethrower. It's a freaking nuke.
Yeah.
のりこ。
She saved them.
のり。
That's insane. After all that, it's just quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So scary. Jesus Christ, man.
That black rain?
最下奥2万個以上に上ると見られています。
And that's why the movie's called -1. It was about after the 2 atomic bombs, and now this, when Japan was down to 0.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so messed up.
Oh, they used the picture they took out there.
Mm-hmm. Bro, come on. I know he's defeated, but like, it's like he's regressing back into his guilt.
Yeah.
秘密裏にゴジラを駆除する作戦が進行中です。参加しますか？
I wouldn't even ask him. I'd be like, you gotta come with me.
我々は民間の力だけであの怪物に立ち向かわなければなりません。
Imagine getting the news that we have to fight this on our own.
Yeah.
高尾の主砲クラスの直撃を食らってもすぐに再生してしまうんです。
And you're lucky to be alive.
海の力でゴジラを殺す和田摘み作戦の概要です。
Counting on a lot, though.
1平方メートルあたり1500トンの負荷がかかります。予測で対策を立てるしかないんだ。
It's not even guaranteed to kill him then.
こうして2隻の駆逐艦でゴジラにケーブルを巻きつけます。
Look how close you have to get to him.
ですからそれがダメだったら予備作戦があるんだ。
I'm glad there's a plan B.
投入。
万が一超高圧に耐えたとしても直後に襲いかかる凄まじい減圧まで耐えきれるとは思いません。
Science, bitch.
これは命令ではありません。それを止める権利は
But it's like if you don't take a stand, you're dead anyway.
I'm not thinking like that.
一丁やるか。
It's really just a room full of them. It's crazy.
10日以内に再上陸があり得ると思っています。
10 days to get ready and put this plan into place.
あれで引き上げるってやつ俺うまくいくとは思わねえんだがな。
じゃあどうしろって言うんですか？
Yeah, you think of something.
穴だらけってことだな。
Yeah.
そんなこと言うなら。
Yeah.
戦闘機のつてどこかにありませんか？
Oh, someone's got a plan.
戦争が終わってないんです。
Still got a baby girl at home who needs you.
あったんですって。ええ。でもかなり特殊なやつで。
What's up?
問題はそこなんです。優秀な整備士。心当たりがあります。
It's not gonna be easy.
お願いします。この通りです。この国の存亡に関わることなんです。
I'm saying that next time I go to the post office.
大戸島の前に所属していた隊はどこか。それならわかりますか？
You only got 10 days to find him. And then he's got to work on the plane.
Yeah.
Time's running out. It's called raising the stakes in a script.
どうにも連絡が取れんのですよ。
Probably doesn't want to talk to him either.
いつゴジラが舞い戻ってくるかわからない。立花じゃなきゃダメなんです。
You got this passion when she was so high, bud.
He hit him in the head of the neck. He suffered enough blows to the head.
大戸島玉砕の原因は
ここを訪ねてくれると思ったんだよ。
Well, it worked.
実は内側からの攻撃に弱い。わかりますか？
They still had the healing factor.
皆さん、よく来てくれました。あなたが立花さんですか？
Ready to work. He's coming.
Just him out of the way.
丸や丸々を持って我々は出航します。
それまでに間に合うかどうか。
It better be.
今度の戦いは死ぬための戦いじゃない。未来を生きるための戦いなんです。やるぞ！
That's a pretty good pre-battle speech.
Yeah. That looks like a Japanese Einstein.
Yeah. Well, he is the doc.
Yeah.
He is the science whiz.
俺戻してください。
この国はお前たちに任せたぞ。
I look at him like, son.
Yeah. It's just, we've just realizing we've been through enough.
Mm-hmm.
We've been through enough.
ありがとうございます。
She knows something's up.
大丈夫。どこにも行かないから。
Bro, if I knew you were gonna go fight Godzilla, I don't think you're coming back. This plane better be ready.
注文の爆弾だ。機重2問140キロ。
Plane stacked.
そして
あきちゃん、どうしたの？一人かい？
Oh, bro.
I know. Feels so much for her.
Oh, God. Imagine growing up like this. Holy shit.
I can only hope like she grows up not remembering much, you know. I bet she feels like shit for giving him shit when he came home originally. The bells are whistling. This is it. Here we go. God damn.
That's not a good sign.
That's like a new record. Kind of a funny looking plane.
Yeah, I was just thinking. It's got no tail, that's what it is. Like the wings is where it ends.
Yeah. Alright. Let's go. He's basically saying, if you die, I'll kill you.
Really making her think right now.
Hey, you forgot to tip him.
Come on, man.
God damn. It's like he's really got a death wish, you know?
Oh yeah, he doesn't give any shits in now. Finally got some balls. He's acting like he's got nothing to lose. Yeah. He does. Uh-oh. You getting ready already?
Yeah, he's not playing around.
Damn, okay.
He is mad. He's big mad. Godzilla says, I'm tired of your shit.
Yeah.
Jesus. He literally shoots a nuke from his mouth. Yeah, if he could just do it like instantly all the time, that's just OP.
Yeah.
One thing I wish the American Godzilla movies did, I mean, they did it for only one of the movies, but was have this original Godzilla theme in it.
Yeah.
They had it in King of the Monsters. You might not recognize it because I don't think you saw the original King Kong vs. Godzilla, but there's a little bit of that theme. This part of the theme.
Ooh. What did they do that for?
Well, they got to tie the things around them.
Oh, right. Damn, bro. Only a couple minutes.
Right? Come on. It's a crap load of cable they got. Turned off like a lamp. I was about to say, like, it's too quiet. It gets too scary. Alright, yank him back up. I feel like they're not yanking him back up fast enough.
It's just a filming though, like. Not the 803.
I didn't think about that. Like, yeah, I'll just take this off.
Yeah, they thought he'd be like
disoriented.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, they thought he'd be passed out because.
Yeah. Oh boy.
It's kind of a genius though.
But we're having problems.
You got all the ones that left.
Godzilla about to be put down by tugboats.
Yeah.
It's like how the Empire was defeated by Ewoks.
Mm-hmm.
Full throttle. Careful what you wish for, because when he pops up,
he ain't gonna be happy.
Yeah.
You seem a little upset.
Sounds like glass breaking.
Yeah.
Bro, look at him.
Holy crap. This is
such a scary shot. Thought about him for a sec. It's the last stand.
いやあれ
As soon as I saw that thing, I was like, yo, it's definitely an ejector seat. The way he was looking at the seat and everything.
この座席は脱出装置になってる。
I just love how he showed him that.
生きろ。
For all that shit he gave him.
Yeah. He realized at the end of it that it's not his freaking fault that this thing is indestructible.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
They got him good.
You knew what the note said.
Yeah. Not at first. But
Not at first, but
that's really great, though.
yeah.
コウさんの戦争は終わりましたか？
Now freaking marry her, idiot.
Yeah, right? Good, you caught that. Some people didn't catch that because it was too subtle.
And figured that it wasn't all over.
He's freaking Deadpool.
Good movie. It's so interesting, the different motivations. Like, you know, like the American ones versus this one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this movie really brings it back to the original lore of Godzilla's roots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you what you thought, but you already said good movie.
No, yeah, it was great.
So, your thoughts, feedback? Why'd you think it was good?
Well, I mean, I think the reason I like it is because, like I said, it's very different than what the Godzilla, like, you know, of this modern age that we have, and, you know, of American versus Japanese. But like, also, it's very innovative. I think for the time, like, they're still working, you know, post, you know, World War II. It's still like the 1940s, 1950s. Like, I think of, like you said, Science Bitch, like.
Yeah, that scene.
The Freon and all that. Like, dude, like that's really freaking innovative, especially for the time.
Yeah, for the writers to think of that and be limited of that time period.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
And
like you said, it was very emotional. There was a lot of emotions to it. It wasn't just about Godzilla and destruction. There was like a lot of real emotions involved with it.
Yeah, apparently the director for a very long time, Takashi Yamazaki, he has been wanting to get this movie done for like 10 years. Wow. I could be wrong on the amount of time, but for a long time, he has wanted to get this movie done. And I'm just happy that he finally got to do it and it was done proper. There is going to be a sequel.
Oh, there is?
As for what that's going to entail, or if we're going to see another creature aside from Godzilla, yeah. I don't know. But like you said in the beginning, you didn't see the original, but it pays a lot of homage and tribute to the original 1954 Godzilla film, which was a horror sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Like, the original Godzilla movies, as they progress, they get a little silly. And tradition is following, especially in the American runs. They're getting a little bit silly now. But, you know, it is what it is. And it's pretty cool, actually, to have such a big pop culture character as large as Godzilla to have like two different versions running. And, you know, it's great that we can have that.
100%.
And we watched this obviously in its original dub with the actors. I refuse to watch it with the English dub. I don't mind the subtitles. I mean, it's cool that there is an English dub. It gives other actors a job. But I want to see this. I always want to see movies like this, I should say.
Have you seen it like this? Like, because you saw it.
Oh, yeah, in theaters?
Yeah.
Yeah. Max and I saw it like this in theaters.
Okay.
And the English subtitles. It's the only way to see the movie, in my opinion.
The thing that screws me up about seeing it with the English dubs is that the voices don't match. Like, you don't get, like, you know, and I feel like the emotion doesn't match either. Like, they're going for the same approach, but, like, you're hearing it from a different person in a different like, the approach you're seeing is different approach than what you're hearing.
The actors,
and it just doesn't match.
The actors do the best they can.
Of course, yeah. Like, I know nothing against them. I just think that it's hard to replicate.
But at the end of the day, for something like this, I want to see it's in its original, authentic, true style. But and you know, those actors are in a booth. Mm-hmm. They have to live and, you know, do these things as truthful as possible in a sound booth. So it is tough, but I want to say, and comment below if any of you are familiar with this. There was this arcade game when I was a kid, and yeah, maybe you saw it at Chuck E. Cheese or like or wherever there was arcades as a kid. Maybe you've played this. Maybe. But what in the movie, what reminded me of it was they're trying to land the mines in the mouth and have it explode like that. The arcade game I'm talking about was Godzilla.
Yeah.
And you had to try to shoot these, or they were ping pong balls, but you had to try to shoot them in the mouth or like get 3 in a row, and that's how you defeated him. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, you had to keep pressing the button and whatnot. I'll try to look. Yeah.
Maybe that's where the director got his inspiration from.
All right. Well, good. I'm glad I figured it out.
Yeah.
And
That's cool,
the character development with our main character, Shikishima, just being so guilt-ridden from the very beginning.
It's very real. It's very human.
Totally, and just feeling like this new family that just lands in his lap, and just feeling so undeserving of it. And there's a point after the first act ends where it almost seems like he's finally coming around. But then the very next day, that's when he meets Godzilla again, bigger and badder, which is the fault of the humans, continuing with the bombs and the radiation.
Yeah.
And just leading to his journey throughout the movie, like my war isn't over yet.
That's another thing too that's like was very innovative too, is that like they thought outside the box of using radiation. They figured out that radiation was powering him, so we have to use something outside of that.
But it wasn't just their plan that was practical. It was just the people themselves practical. They had no help from other countries because this is post-war and things are very sensitive. And no help from their government, really. Yeah. These were private citizens and veterans who just came home from war, and now they got to go back and risk their lives.
Yeah,
and it's
like crazy to be put in that position, to risk your life to fight for your country, or not do anything and still have your country and your life and family at risk.
So it's like
which lesser which is the lesser evil?
Totally. Was there anything about the movie that you didn't like?
Honestly, no. I didn't. There wasn't anything that was like that stood out to me that was like I didn't like this at all. I think that what I did like, which I feel like I could see some people not liking, is that like even though it was very modernized and like a lot of the like you were talking about like how the CGI was great and there was a lot of, but it still felt like there was a lack of special effects in certain areas. And like I think that was good. I think it kept it grounded by doing that, like where they didn't go over the top, but they also didn't undercut it. But I feel like some people would just be like, oh, if you're going to do CGI, then do CGI. But like, no, I liked the fact that they kind of balanced it.
Well, I mean, the whole point of CGI, good CGI that you want to make is, suspending people's beliefs and having people not realize it's CGI. You know what I mean? You want to have to make it look as realistic as possible. And so that Oscar that the visual effects team won is well desered.
100%.
Totally.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like they didn't. It wasn't like like something like when the prequels to Star Wars came out, like they went over the top and it was like thinking like how did things in the past look better than they did in the future?
Totally, and but great character arcs for everybody in here, and like even the next door neighbor that would take care of the daughter, like she was so mad at Shikishima when he got home, and then at the end, and then with the other guy too, like we don't want you to die, like there's been enough.
Yeah,
everybody needs to come home, and that was the message. One
thing
it
shows almost an evolution in the country too.
Yeah, totally.
And that kamikaze pilots were a real thing. And
yes.
That people are willing to go and die for war, and now here we see an evolution that afterwards they realize how much that wasn't the right move.
Yeah, and just war in general. This is crazy. This is insane. Us as humans, we need to do better. Otherwise, we're just going to be suffering consequences that are unimaginable, and we're going to regret it so badly. As a matter of fact, the thing I was going to say was the one thing I didn't like about this movie was when I saw the trailer for this, and obviously before I saw the movie itself, one of the I don't remember if it was one of the main characters, but towards the end on the boats, one of the guys looks up. You don't know if he's looking up at the sky or Godzilla himself.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably Godzilla because the line is, "That monster will never forgive us," and I just feel like that
wasn't in the movie.
I feel like that should have stayed in, like, because that represents so much.
Yeah, I could understand that. The difference between like you see that a lot. Like that there's shots or lines in trailers that are.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. But you guys go back and watch the original trailer. You'll see what I'm talking about. Some people, what they say they didn't like, or what they're just nitpicking at or complaining, was how is she still alive at the end? Listen, I know how she's still alive, right? But second of all, I want to say I don't care, because I feel so much and so invested in the main character's story that I'm glad that he's rewarded.
I agree.
So I don't care about the logic. But if you want to talk about logic, and some people didn't even catch this, so I was looking at you at the end to see if you were going to catch the black thing on her neck.
Yeah.
So she's obviously exposed to some radiation from Godzilla, and that might have helped her survive, actually. And, hopefully it's going to be addressed in the sequel.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be.
But
you know what? Like, to also think, too, it's not like she's the only one that survived. There were other people, like, not every single person that was there died. Like, it's possible. Maybe you think it's a little far-fetched, that she survived, the main arc in the story. But I agree with you. Like, he deserves to be rewarded because he finally put it all in and he got something out of it. He got his reward.
Totally. And, I just find it funny with people. Like, that's where you draw the line. There's this big ancient monster who's even bigger now because we're dropping bombs everywhere. And, oh, how's she still alive? Come on.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Who knows? But people justify things to themselves. Yeah. But you make a very good point.
So, any final thoughts? Any last words?
No, but I am glad that I waited to watch this movie. I think it hit a little bit harder for me to watch it. Like after having some time pass, it definitely had more of an impact. And I didn't even know that there was going to be a sequel, so that's something to look forward to now.
Yeah. So hope it comes out soon. Hope it doesn't take the director 10 years.
Yeah. A lot of people, they won an Oscar,
Yeah, so it should.
And on top of that, I haven't really heard many people say that they didn't like this. It was a very warm reception.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine that he won't have the backing that he needs to get the second one made.
Totally. Great movie. And so hope you all liked the video too. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button as well. Patreon is in the description below. We'll see Justin again. And
absolutely.
That's a wrap on Godzilla -1.